The story starts in the rain. A woman's body is found in the woods, placed on top of her car in a disturbing way. Then we meet Anna. She runs into her apartment during the same storm, clearly shaken. Inside, everything is messy. She quickly cleans herself in the room, throwing things away and trying to hide whatever happened before she got home. Next, we see Jack. He wakes up after a young girl named Meg calls him. Downstairs, another woman named Zoe is there. Jack then gets ready and leaves for work. At the police station, Jack meets his partner, Detective Priya Patel. He learns that a body was found in the woods near Dahlonega. The person who found it stayed anonymous. When they arrive, it's the same woman from the opening scene. Jack tells the team not to inform the husband yet and asks that any phone found be given directly to him. Meanwhile, Anna returns to her job at a TV news station in Atlanta after being away for a year. Her old job has been taken by Lexi Jones. Anna asks her boss, Jim, for another chance. At first he refuses, but later he lets her report on the Dahlonega murder. Her cameraman is Richard Jones, Lexi's husband, which creates tension because Anna and Lexi have a bad history. Back at the crime scene, reporters gather. Jack gives only basic details to the press. As he walks away, Anna calls out and asks if he knew the victim. This makes Jack uncomfortable. Priya notices, but Jack ignores it and acts like Anna is just another reporter. Later, Jack watches Anna and Richard eating together from his car. He doesn't approach them. He then gets a call confirming the victim is Rachel Hopkins and her husband is Clyde. Jack follows Anna to her hotel, planning to talk to her. He knocks once, then leaves. Anna opens the door and sees him walking away. Before she leaves, she tells Richard that Jack is her husband. Jack calls Priya and asks her to check Richard's background. It seems like part of the case, but it's also personal. Anna goes back to her childhood home and finds her mother, Alice, asleep. Their reunion is warm but short. Soon Jack arrives and acts comfortable in the house, cleaning up. This shows he has been around even when Anna was gone. Alice welcomes him kindly, unlike Anna. Jack tells Anna the victim's name and asks her not to report it. She agrees. He also says Anna may have known Rachel, but she denies it. Jack later explains that Alice may be showing signs of memory loss, possibly Alzheimer's, but she refuses help. They talk about the year Anna disappeared. Jack says he searched for her and even lost his detective job in Atlanta, which brought him back to Dahlonega. The conversation ends with Anna pulling away emotionally. At the morgue, Jack and Priya find more. The doctor believes the victim knew her killer. There are also signs she had sex shortly before dying. Both detectives are asked to give DNA samples, but Jack delays his, saying he needs to inform the victim husband first. At home, Anna looks through old things and finds videotapes. One shows her 16th birthday with Rachel, Zoe, and other girls. She quickly turns it off and finds a friendship bracelet. At the same time, at the morgue, the doctor removes that same bracelet from Rachel's mouth. Anna later gets confirmation that she will go live on TV that evening. Meanwhile, Jack and Priya try to visit Clyde, but he's not home, so they plan to return later. That night, Jack comes home and sees Zoe watching the news. It's noticed that Zoe is his sister. On TV, Anna reports that Rachel Hopkins is the victim. Jack realizes she broke her promise and shared the information. The scene then flashbacks to the night Rachel died. Jack and Rachel are together in his truck. Nearby, Anna is watching them without being seen. This changes everything, showing that Jack is deeply connected to the case he is investigating. The next scene starts with Jack driving fast in the rain. He is still upset because Anna revealed Rachel's name on the news. At the same time, Anna is alone in her hotel room, quietly looking through old social media from her teenage years. The names confirm what we saw earlier. Anna, Rachel, and Zoe were once very close friends, along with two other girls. One of them is Helen Wang. Jack soon comes to Anna's hotel room. Their conversation is tense and full of anger. He tells her to stay away from the case and makes it clear she went too far. The argument ends quickly and nothing is solved. At the morgue, Jack and Priya learn more from the medical examiner. The friendship bracelet found in Rachel's mouth is now important evidence. When they ask Jack again for a DNA sample, he avoids it and says he will come back later. Next, they visit Rachel's husband, Clyde Duffy. When they tell him Rachel is dead, he calmly explains their marriage. He says they had an open relationship with clear rules. He talks openly about Rachel's lifestyle and suggests her risky behavior may have put her in danger. He says he was home that night and shows security footage of Rachel leaving while he takes their dog out. Priya tells him they are tracking Rachel's phone. Clyde casually says he has been calling it, which worries Jack. Jack tells him to stop because repeated calls can drain the battery and stop them from tracking it. Clyde also seems to know how many times Rachel was stabbed, which makes Jack suspicious. Then Clyde reveals that Anna visited him earlier that day. He says Anna asked if Rachel was meeting someone and he mentioned Helen Wang as someone Rachel trusted. Jack then tells Priya to record all the outside security cameras. She questions him but still follows his orders. Jack then calls St. Hilary's trying to reach Helen. Inside the house, Clyde is already talking to Helen on the phone. They both sound scared. Their conversation shows they are worried about Rachel's phone. Clyde tells Helen that once the phone battery dies, their problem will be gone. He asks her to answer his next call, then immediately calls Rachel's phone again. Outside, Jack is sitting in his truck when he hears a phone ringing nearby. It's not his. He finds Rachel's phone close to him. When Priya comes over, he hides it and says nothing. When he is alone, Jack secretly cancels the phone tracking request. Later, he goes home and tricks his niece Meg into giving a DNA sample because he knows giving his own DNA would reveal his relationship with Rachel. At St. Hilary's, Anna arrives and meets Helen in her office. Their conversation is tense. Anna asks who Rachel was meeting, saying she has an anonymous source. Helen quickly realizes this is a lie. As Anna is leaving, Helen brings up a painful secret and makes a cruel comment about a child who died years ago. This clearly shakes Anna. As she walks out, Anna hears that Jack has been trying to contact Helen. At home, Anna finally talks to Alice about her health. Alice says she tried to contact Anna while she was gone, but Anna never replied. Anna explains that she lost her daughter and needed time alone to deal with her grief. She asks Alice to see a doctor, but Alice refuses. Then Jim calls. Lexi is missing for the evening news, and Anna is asked to take her place at the last minute. She agrees and leaves for Atlanta. At the morgue, Jack gives Meg's DNA sample instead of his own. He then makes up a story about losing his wedding ring so he can enter a restricted area. When a worker leaves for a moment, Jack uses Rachel's face to unlock her phone. He deletes their messages and checks her chats with Helen. He finds out that Rachel and Helen were blackmailing Clyde. He also learns that Helen knew about his relationship with Rachel. Later, Priya gets photos from the crime scene showing boot prints near the body. Around the same time, Zoe asks Meg to bring Jack's boots upstairs. The pattern on the boots matches the prints perfectly. Anna goes to the news station, expecting to present the evening news after being called in at the last minute. She gets ready, but just before going live, Lexi suddenly arrives and takes her place. Anna is pushed aside again. At the morgue, Priya gives her DNA sample. Someone casually asks her if Jack ever found the wedding ring he said he lost. This surprises her because she knows Jack and Anna are separated. She doesn't say anything, but she starts to doubt him. Later, Jack drives toward Helen's house while talking to Priya. He says he still thinks Clyde is the main suspect, but also believes Helen may be involved. When Priya mentions the boot prints from the crime scene, Jack quickly changes the topic, knowing it could point to him. He also avoids talking about the missing ring and tells Priya to follow Clyde instead. Helen is not at home. A neighbor tells Jack she is still at St. Hilary's. Jack tries to enter the school but fails and leaves. Meanwhile, Priya follows Clyde. Clyde stops in an empty street, throws a bag into a dumpster, and drives away. Priya checks the bag and finds bondage equipment. She immediately calls Jack. After that, Jack goes alone to the woods where Rachel was killed. He searches the area with a flashlight looking for clues. A passing car scares him, and he follows the sound into a nearby cemetery. A groundskeeper stops him with a gun but then recognizes him. The man mentions security cameras and lets Jack watch footage from the night of the murder. In the video, Jack does not see Rachel. He sees Anna standing by a grave. The grave belongs to their daughter, Charlotte. Jack realizes Anna was there the same night he was with Rachel and may have seen everything. Later that night, Jack gets a call saying Alice was found wandering outside again. He brings her home. Alice encourages Jack not to give up on Anna and to fight for their marriage if he still loves her. Taking her advice, Jack texts Anna and asks to talk, then falls asleep in his chair. The next morning, Priya calls him with urgent news. Another body has been found. Jack rushes to St. Hilary's. Inside, he finds Helen dead, lying on the floor with blood around her head. Jack asks who found the body. Anna steps forward and says it was her.